prison, MP Jordi Sànchez is appealing the Spanish Supreme Court decision to bar him from attending the Catalan parliament to be sworn in as president. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. Sànchez, who has been behind bars for almost 5 months now, is requesting permission to defend his candidacy for president. After Carles Puigdemont, he is the second pro-independence MP to try to become Catalan leader, and also to come up against Spain's opposition. In the meantime, there is no government, and Madrid's direct rule continues. Here at Catalan News, we'll get you the latest on the concerns this situation brings. Also on our show today, we'll find out the situation of child poverty in the country and take a look at the Catalan film industry in Mexico. For 1 week more, the issue of the Catalan presidency monopolizes attention in the political sphere. On Friday, the Parliament Speaker delayed the debate to pick a president, while waiting for the European Court of Human Rights to respond to a potential appeal by the defense of Jordi Sànchez. But yesterday, the lawyers changed strategy and decided not to take the case to Strasbourg, for now, and instead pursue the Spanish judicial path first. This leaves no visible horizon to the current stalemate, and puts the Speaker under increasing pressure.
It's been 81 days since these images were taken on election night on December the 21st last year. The pro-independence parties were celebrating keeping their majority in the Catalan chamber. Appointing a president looked a much easier task, but this has not been the case, and it's exasperating the public. The forces in favour of a Catalan state agreed on Carles Puigdemont for the post, but after Spain's opposition, he gave way to his number 2, Jordi Sànchez, who is in jail. Spain's Supreme Court refused to allow him to attend the parliament, and now his swearing-in debate is on hold, pending an appeal that his defence made today in the same court. This can take time, but the party behind his candidacy isn't considering withdrawing his bid.
Nosaltres ara mateix no estem en el moment processal d'haver d'escollir o d'haver de seleccionar una altra persona i la persona que hi ha ara mateix sobre la taula és el Jordi Sànchez.
The other main pro-independence party, Esquerra, is also supporting him, but is also aware that without a president there's no government, and so direct rule will go on.
Bé, nosaltres el que demanem des d'aquí és celeritat, ja sigui amb la proposta de nom actual o amb una altra, però en tot cas celeritat.
Also today, the unionist parties pointed the finger at the Chamber's president, Jordi Sànchez, as the main culprit for the current stalemate.
Todo está en manos de Torrent. Todo. Si él viene al Parlamento y reconoce la verdad, que es que no tienen a candidatos que puedan ser presidentes y que no están proponiendo a nadie a sabiendas para alargar el lío, esto desbloquearía la situación en Cataluña.
Ciutadans urged Torrent to appear before the chamber to explain the current situation. Yet as the People's Party pointed out, Ciutadans rejects promoting its leader for president as a way to set a deadline to elect someone else for the post. Until there is an investiture debate, the clock won't start ticking. The parties aren't the only ones that are increasingly anxious. Yesterday, 45,000 pro-independence supporters took to the streets to pressure their political leaders into agreeing on a plan to form an executive and move towards the Catalan Republic.
The current mix between politics and the judiciary is set to continue in the near future, at least until the trial is held. Before that happens, the judge has to put an end to the inquiry and start the prosecution. Today, we learned that until this moment comes, the Attorney General will not ask for a reactivation of the European arrest warrant for the leaders abroad being investigated. This weekend, one of the deposed ministers in Brussels, Clara Ponsatí, left for Scotland. So now the country's hosting officials taking refuge are 3, the UK, Belgium, and Switzerland. While the Spanish justice cannot make them testify, the inquiries with mayors regarding the October 1st referendum continue. Today it was the turn of the mayor of Fonollosa, a town where the Spanish police violence was evident, a day after the independence vote. One of the consequences of the current political stalemate is that there's no Catalan government. But some organizations are already giving homework to the future new executive. It is the case of Save the Children, which published a report today stating that 1 in 4 kids in Catalonia suffer from child poverty. This totals to around 350,000, and some 200,000 out of them are considered to be living under severe poverty. The paper also says that 1 in 2 cases of sexual assault in the country have someone under 18 as a victim. With these figures, the NGO sets guidelines for the next executive to implement, pointing out that Catalonia only invests 0.8% of its GDP in child policies, with Europe's average standing at 2.4%. Labels indicating that a product is gluten-free are seen more and more in shops, restaurants, and supermarkets. But people who are gluten intolerant or suffering from celiac disease still find it hard to find fresh products easily. Yet a new initiative might ease their struggle, at least for breakfast. This disease affects several thousands in Catalonia.
75,000 people in Catalonia suffer from celiac disease. It's not easy for them to find a place to eat, even less so if they want fresh products. But soon this might change for the better. There are projects aiming at facilitating access to fresh bakery products for those who suffer from the condition. That's what the 0% gluten bakery chain proposes, providing gluten-free baked goods. Celiac disease is rare, but the chain defends that providing gluten-free options is a social need. That's why every bakery produces its own freshly baked products, avoiding the subsequent loss of quality that comes with transport. That's one of the key features that the chain highlights.
Ens va semblar que el model d'obrador in situ, més una zona de degustació i zona de venda, aquestes tres zones col·locades en un sol local, ens donava un model de negoci que ens pensem que és molt actual, que està molt en boga.
The idea is not only to make gluten-free products. They note that they are an inclusive bakery, so not only those who are gluten intolerant can shop with them. The first 0% gluten bakery was in the northern Catalan town of Vic. Then the business grew and they opened franchises in different Catalan locations, and even in Madrid. But now they are planning to make a qualitative leap forward, as they don't rule out the possibility of opening franchises abroad. Actually, the firm has received investment proposals from countries such as Israel, Mexico and Chile. Worldwide bakeries offering fresh gluten-free bread might become a reality in the coming years.
Legal clothing made by illegal people. This is the unlikely motto of Top Manta, a fashion label by undocumented street sellers in Barcelona. Currently employing some 15 people, the brand is now taking another major step, launching a crowdfunding campaign to open an online store. The campaign aims to raise 44,000 euros within 80 days. The rewards offered to sponsors include t-shirts, hoodies, and tote bags with original designs. There are also anti-racist workshops led by the sellers themselves, and invitations to events like a typical Senegalese meal. There are 200 undocumented street vendors in Barcelona, according to the city council. Most of them are African immigrants without a work permit, who earn a living by selling replicas of luxury goods. A couple of years ago, they created a union of street sellers to defend their rights, including from institutions themselves. With the help of local media platform Playground, they want to consolidate their company and take it to a new stage.
Barcelona es la ciudad donde el tema de la venta ambulante es más caliente en toda España, porque aquí nos rompen los brazos, las piernas y todo, nos persiguen hasta dentro del metro.
Visibilitzar un col·lectiu totalment criminalitzat i veure el que realment són, que és gent amb moltes capacitats, amb molta cultura, amb molta imaginació, amb molta capacitat creativa.
Catalan cinema is facing its greatest opportunity to go international. This year, the top Latin American cinematographic festival is focusing on Catalonia. Visitors have the chance to see some of the most successful works by Catalan filmmakers, who at the same time are evaluating the current situation of the industry in the country.
Catalan filmmaking traveled abroad, this time to Mexico. The Guadalajara International Film Festival, the top one in Latin America, invited Catalonia as its guest of honor. It even inaugurated the event with the Catalan production Anchor and Hope. But that's not all. 7 Catalan productions are vying for awards, and more than 30 Catalan pieces, both old and new, will be shown at the event, including Summer 1993, Facing the Wind, La Chana, and Ada for Mayor, among others. And as one of the talents behind the later documentary said, now is a moment of contradictions when it comes to Catalan film.
Bueno, ara és un molt bon moment a nivell de talent, perquè el talent hi és un molt mal moment pel context polític, perquè totes les fonts de finançament estan tancades. Però bueno, el talent sempre acaba brollant per on pugui, així que en aquest sentit és un bon moment.
This year's festival also pays tribute to the career of renowned Catalan director Ventura Pons, with many representatives from Catalonia in attendance, including the Catalan Films and TV Institute and the Institut Ramon Llull. And as the director of the cultural entity noted, this festival highlighted some surprising and positive aspects.
Està sorprenent que hi hagi moltes dones al capdavant de les produccions, de les direccions, de fet, la joventut, tot això sorprèn molt i sorprèn en positiu. Per tant, jo diria que és el gran adjectiu. Per ara està sent molt positiu i repeteixo la paraula perquè serà fructífer.
While Mexico is a ways away for a last-minute trip, make sure to keep an eye on this event. Running until this Friday, featuring awards, showings, masterclasses and more, some even showcasing Guadalajara-born cinema giant Guillermo del Toro, this International Film Festival 33rd edition is sure to be an inspiring one.
And that's all for us today. If you were in Barcelona, in downtown this weekend, you may have noticed something a bit out of place on the street: grand pianos. For their 8th year, the International Maria Canals Music Contest placed the instruments throughout the city, even 2 models that are considered the Ferraris of their kind. For a day, music students, professional pianists, and piano-playing tourists alike were able to bring a little bit of melody to their day, and to that of the crowd of onlooking locals and visitors. Here's a sample of some of the songs that were played right in front of one of Gaudi's most iconic buildings. Enjoy, and we'll be back tomorrow.